No. No. First one. Oh, no. Come on. Come on.
No, he's still alive.
He's alive.
Come here. Eat.
Get rid of it.
Eric coming in like every night. Light him up.
Jack it up.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Shiny. We have to get Merlin.
What is it?
Water orb. I have this.
Done. Gabby, go.
Whoa. Oh my God.
You know what the stakes are for this.
What? I see for the
Our
count.
marriage.
Microphone check.
1, 2.
1, 2.
1, 2.
What you gonna do?
When James and Mario here for you.
Bars. I mean, we got some two good-looking cats. I just gotta say,
We're
what's
going
up?
to a wedding right now.
Yo, IO
Wedding crashers.
Interactive and Bond's wedding that's happening in 2 weeks.
Oh my God, I'm there. I'm eating all the cake and I'm ready. Oh,
And we are live. Just making sure it's the first time doing this on StreamYard on 2 platforms.
2 platforms.
YouTube and Twitch, and I think we're good. Hillary's holding it down over on the Twitch side. What's up, Hillary?
I'll say hello
Awesome
from over there as
Blossom.
well.
Awesome Blossom, and we're good here. All right, cool. Oh my gosh. So for you, those of you guys that don't know, this cat over here to this side, yeah, he's over here. He might be one of the biggest. He is the biggest Bond fan that I know. Definitely up there when it comes to the knowledge of the IP. And so when he hit me up, good friend of the channel and of Sue and I was like, bro, let's do it. So for those of you, without further ado, we got Friggin' Nerd Mario, also aka Friggin' Nerd Gaming over on YouTube, here to hype up and just talk all things 007 First Light. Mario, tell everybody what's going on. What's good, bro?
Well, good to see you guys. I'm sure I've seen very familiar faces in the chat. How you guys doing? It's good to be back together, both of us. I feel like, this is something like, so I had 3 collab streams in the last week, right?
Right.
This was the only one people cared about. They were like, we cannot wait to see you back with James to talk shop, hang out, and talk Bond. Like, necessarily not really care about. They hear me yap about James Bond all the time because it's all I've been talking about for 5 years. But yeah, I'm super excited. Great to meet everyone who I haven't met yet, and yeah, I'm just really excited because I was like, we're a few weeks away, and I'm like, the only person that's excited about this game more than me is James,
bro.
So I'm like, we gotta cover this, make a video, but it has just chat about it, and have it on the record because this is going to be one of the best games of the year, in my opinion.
Oh, yo, for sure. And I'm glad you said that because I wanted to ask you some stuff, especially about possible Metacritic scores and stuff you think is going to get and all those things. So we'll do all that. But first, we got to say hi to everybody. What up, James? KP Birdman. You talk about multiple Jameses all the time. James Bond, James XpectoGO. Oh my gosh, this is a bunch of them.
For real. James from the Giant Peach. James from, I'm trying to think of like a Marvel character that has James in it.
James, let me see, James Potter. What?
James Potter.
James, let me see. The King of England. What?
James from I don't know. I can't think of anything else.
LeBron James.
James was.
Thanks, Josh.
Chat. Name your favorite James
There
in
you
the
go.
chat. You can't say James Bond or James XpectoGO. It doesn't count.
Yeah. You gotta switch it up a little bit. But, yeah. Oh my gosh. Hey, Lee, over on YouTube and Twitch, holding it down.
She's right on the other side of this wall. Fun fact.
We got oh my gosh, Zoe. What is good?
Zoe's
Zoe?
here. Yeah, if Zoe's coming out to watch the stream, you know it's a big event.
Parrish, of course, holding it down. Gabe, Steph, mod extraordinaire, Metatron, everybody coming through. Stargazer Tim, both the corgis, Dad and Chica, and of
Let's
course,
go.
Hillary holding it down. So James Earl Jones. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Star Wars reference.
That's a good one. And Sasha, what's up, Sasha? Good to see you. I dropped over some cinnamon buns actually not too long ago.
I saw those butterbeer ones.
Yes, bro.
They're good.
They're crack, bro.
I gotta try them.
Yeah, I think you have till like the 17th, so this weekend.
Oh man.
Yeah, they were doing from the 4th to the 17th. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. Good to see you guys. We're going to start off with chat. What is your excitement level? And be honest. Now, everybody here is a Bond fan or a Hitman fan or an IO fan. So be honest. Your excitement level for 007 First Light dropping in 2 weeks. I want to hear you guys sound off in the chat.
1 to 10.
What?
Or what about 1 to 7, 1 to 007?
Hey, there we go. There we go.
7.
Yes. Chica says, I'm excited because both of y'all are excited. Hey, I'll take contagious excitement. Let's go.
There you go.
Muhammad over on YouTube says, I pre-ordered James Bond, best Bond game, already ready. We got another James in chat. I'm my favorite James, low key, over on YouTube. Let me see. I'm excited by the trans property. So basically because of her handsome hubby over here, says Lee. Excited to watch, not necessarily play, says Stargazer Tim. I appreciate the honesty there. Zoe says, I'm excited because my friends are excited. I will absorb their hype to gain more power. Paris says, can't wait to see what gameplay is like. Yeah. That's going to be the big one for sure with the gameplay. So, what do you want to start? I mean, just overall, like we were talking earlier with Mario. He was one of the first ones to cover the game way back. I think you said 4 years ago.
I think it was 5 years. I mean, I could probably look it up somewhere. Like when that initial trailer came out, it was like we didn't know what it was. We're like, next project by IOI Interactive, and then you saw the gun barrel and and it was Project 007. Wasn't even First Light yet.
Yeah,
but I think it's been about 4 to 5 years where I've been like trying to pick. It was kind of like us with Hogwarts Legacy too. We're trying to figure out. Or Wizards Unite, even where any little detail I could find about this game, and then there was nothing. And then late last year is when we started to get the information, and it was like boom.
It was late, and not necessarily saying late considering within the year. It was late because then they were saying it was going to come out in 2026. And I was like, wait, what? Like, this is our first reveal trailer, and then they said it's coming out 2026. I was like, bro, so they definitely, I remember because they were quiet. They were real quiet with this.
I didn't think it was going to happen because, I mean, you and I know our history of disappointment in games getting canceled. I was, I'm still sad that the Transformers game got canceled. I still think about it at night. But I was getting nervous because we have not had a proper Bond game in like 13 years.
Bro. Facts. And like what's so crazy about this one is it's not based off of any movie or anything. This is like an original story, kind of just doing their own thing, which I'm like, yo, bravo. Like, let's see what their interpretation of what this Bond is, which leads us to the first thing. Details on 007 First Light. Let me see if I can do some smooth transitions over here. Let's see. Let's go 1, 2, and 3. There we go. There we go. There we go. With the countdown over at IO Interactive. But first, 007 First Light is a third-person action-adventure game that blends IO Interactive's signature stealth and action gameplay mechanics with the world of Bond and MI6. Players like yourselves will choose how to utilize Bond's unique set of skills in combat, relationships, as well as the latest in Q's technology gadgetry and his accent to become 007. Along the way, you'll meet familiar faces, MQ, Moneypenny, just to name a few, and some mysterious foes along the way. So 007, like when you first heard about like the details, third person, new Bond, you were playing as a new character, even though it is Bond at a young age. What was like your first initial reaction and just overall thoughts with it?
Right away, I'm like, that's perfect. That's exactly what I think us as Bond fans have been waiting for a long time, because I mean, every Bond game, has essentially been a first-person shooter, you know, or a racing game maybe every once in a while. But like, it was very hard to really feel like Bond. And for years, I'm a huge fan of the Hitman series. So for years, but even before this happened, I feel like I spoke it into existence a little bit. I was like playing that game, and there's a mission towards the end of, I forget which one, one of the newer ones, where you're going to a hotel. You have to check in. The bellhop walks you to your room, and you have your room there, and you're kind of like, you have to like get your stuff together to go find your target. But I'm like, as I'm playing this, I'm like, man, they would do a great job making a Bond game. I feel like Bond right now. I'm walking around a hotel and not necessarily like running and gunning. So when I first heard they were going to do this, I'm like, I really hope it's along the lines of that, where you can do that. You have the elements of stealth. There's that license to kill, where it only happens when they want you to do it. They kind of said that, which is proper, because like Bond, if you're a Bond fan and you watch movies,
you just want to blow stuff up.
But like in the movies, he rarely, especially in the Connery ones, if you think about it, they rarely fire their gun.
No.
There's never, like, a couple movies have their big gun fight sequences, but like he is smooth. He goes through a situation. He talks his way through things, and we have those mechanics in the game, which we'll talk about, I'm sure. But I just think IO Interactive is the perfect studio to make this come to life. And I hope that this does well. I think it's going to do well, because I want more films, more movies, more games, more everything.
And speaking of that, especially with Amazon now, I think this is the first technically this is the first 007 project, if I'm not mistaken. So like, this is a big step, not only for the Bond franchise and video games, but for Amazon as a whole, stepping into the Bond franchise, taking it over obviously from the family and kind of doing their own thing, which is pretty cool.
I have a theory about that.
Ooh, do share.
Because again, as a Bond fan, we have to learn patience, because it takes forever. Getting a new Bond is like waiting for a new pope. It's a big deal.
No, you're not wrong. It's
the biggest deal.
You're not wrong.
So there is talks already, and it was CinemaCon and stuff like that. Like they're looking. They're in the audition process, I think, and there's many names that people want to see. But I feel that I wonder who approached who about this with the game, because I think having First Light be the first game in 13 years, it's the first Bond thing since No Time to Die came out. And so I think this is a way to reintroduce Bond to the mainstream.
Bro.
because if you're showing this game, it's again they're pushing it hard. Everyone's talking about it now.
Everybody.
So I think this is going to, kind of put people in the Bond mood, and then people can get excited for the next film if and when they do it. I know like there's talks of like television shows, which I hope they don't. I don't care enough about Felix Leiter to have a show. Put him in a movie. That's fine. But I do think I think this is a good first step, first light to get us back into the Bond mood, because it's kind of you kind of get disconnected for a while. There's a lot of people I talk to all the time about Bond. They're kind of like, oh, I've seen the Daniel Craig ones.
Yeah,
that's about it. But like, this seems like they're gonna. This kind of covers all the Bond history, so I feel like people are going to see this and be like, well, maybe I should watch the old movies and get into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, this is definitely sending fans to go back and revisit the IP, especially like when was No Time to Die? That was what, like 2023?
Yeah, it was supposed to be 2019.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah. Was it like 2 years? The delay. Oh, it drove me crazy.
Like
but yeah, it's been like three to 4 years since that movie came out.
New, with the Bond franchise,
but that's just how it. Unfortunately, that's how it is. It's like there's so much time in between.
Yeah.
When they're doing these movies, like back in the day, like I used to cover Sean Connery films on a podcast, and it was interesting to look at that and be like, some of these movies came out almost every year. And then as it got bigger, there was maybe a year in between, 2 years. Now it's several years. It's like just for one actor, but now we're in that point of when's the next Bond gonna come out. Again, we're waiting for the new Pope to be elected here. And I mean, some people are throwing Patrick Gibson's name in the hat.
Bro, I've seen that.
Like, this might be his audition.
I've seen that. They were like, bro, if he kills it, why not have him? I was like,
I'd like to see that. Like, because I watched, we were talking about it earlier, like they did a interview with him today that IO put out. And it's like it's a very different vibe from the game render. Obviously, it's him, but it's like it's a mocap thing. But like I still don't see it yet. But when I see this game, then I'll be able to be like, okay, here we go. Because but like it's a very specific thing. James Bond is a certain look, a certain feel. It's very, very weird.
Bro, I don't know how I like him. I don't know how I feel about Gibson. I don't know.
You try to give him a chance. Everybody, you give a chance. Like, I mean, I was like that with Daniel Craig. I was like pretty young. I was still in high school when Craig was when they put that first picture up of him. It was a big deal. Like, I say it was like having a pope, because it really was, because I remember they were on like the River Thames or whatever in London, whatever. He was on a boat and they're playing the Bond theme, and it was a big deal. People were like, who is this guy? He has blue eyes and blonde hair. We're like, who is this dude? And then now he's like everyone's favorite Bond.
Yep.
So
he is.
But that's like anything. Everyone's gonna complain. Everyone's gonna have their issues. Everyone has their their thoughts. Oh, it should be this person, should be that person. But I'm like, when they pick somebody, give them a chance. It's like we talk about that a lot. I mean, hey, we've had this conversation a lot with the Harry Potter series. Just saying,
bro, that's another stream.
That's another stream.
But
it's like, but I do think give them a chance, because I'm kind of like that with everybody else. Like, I'm not sure about M yet. I'm not sure about how I like Q. I feel like Q is a little too sexy for me.
Bro, he's totally different. We'll get into that with the cast, but he is totally different.
It's like there's some different vibes, but it's a Bond origin story, so you gotta kind of like think about it. Yeah, everyone's a little younger.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. As we're showing some of that interview Mario was talking about earlier on the screen, and I'm interested to see what everyone's thoughts are. Chat. Who is, before we get into the rest of the game, who is your favorite Bond? Or I think Mario was talking about earlier. It's like, if we could, I know we can't do mods, but if somebody can mod like any of your favorite Bond characters into 007 First Light, who would that character or actor be to represent your favorite one? Because like right now, like a lot of people, for me personally, I'm a Timothy Dalton man. Like I wish he got more movies. Like Pierce Brosnan came in and killed it, obviously, right after. I think Timothy Dalton only did like 2 movies.
Just 2, yeah.
Yeah, but like I think Timothy Dalton was the bee's knees, bro. I love Dalton, and of course Craig. Like you can't go wrong with Craig.
I mean, Timothy Dalton was a lot of what I feel like Daniel Craig took inspiration from.
Yeah,
Definitely in Casino Royale.
yes.
The more
yes.
it's funny, the more I analyze those movies, the beginning felt like Timothy Dalton, the middle felt like Skyfallish felt kind of Connery.
Yes,
but then
yes.
Spectre or No Time to Die feels like
Oh my god,
feels like Roger Moore because he's a little more goofy.
Yeah.
But like I will, that's me. Roger Moore has a very special place in my heart because he's different. He was just so goofy and he looks ridiculous, and it's kind of like the older ones make me laugh because he had the longest run.
Yeah.
So by View to a Kill, he's super old, and it's so funny because all the women love him. He has the most riz, and he's this gross-looking old man in a tuxedo, and everyone loves him. And that always makes me smile. Those are funny. But like, of course, I'm gonna give love to the OG Sean Connery.
Yeah.
He was the blueprint. He was the blueprint.
Yeah, he was.
Because before that, all you had was the novels.
Yep.
So he was the first guy there. So I give love to everybody, but like, you got to give a little bit of love to Connery and a little love to Roger Moore.
We got Dalton. I like Dalton a lot. Says Stargazer Tim. Obviously, Connery or Brosnan, says Steph A. Rita's going with Connery. And then we got Kate Leem says I'm a Roger Moore guy.
Oh, that's my buddy Kyle. Kyle,
Okay.
Me and Kyle talk about Roger Moore all the time. What up, Kyle?
With Hillary co-signing there, and then Pierce Brosnan. Oh wait, and then Stargazer Till just puts LOL. Fruitylicious, what's up, Jay, who got to hang out with us a couple of weeks ago. Pierce will forever be that guy. He was always so handsome. He still is, bro. I would love, because he was talking about he wants to do an older Bond.
He needs his Never Say Never Again, which was Connery's thing. He needs that because he could do it.
Yeah. I mean, for sure he could do that. Like, oh my gosh, he would kill that. So a lot of, last ones we got coming in. Twim, double O streamers, Adam West, Batman type, Joel. Hey, what's up, Joel? Moore and Brosnan, says Twim. No George. Wait, no George Lazenby.
Oh, George Lazenby. I mean, listen.
That's
that movie.
That's
well, funny enough, Her Majesty's Secret Service is a good Bond movie. Lazenby was just a little different, but I mean that movie. Like we talk about, like bringing Bond back into the world. No Time to Die made people love that movie again because there's a lot of beats from Her Majesty, the music and all that, and like it's crazy. But like it's a great movie. But like because that was the movie where Connery left, right? And then they got Lazenby. They weren't crazy about him. Then they brought Connery back for Diamonds Are Forever, which was a totally goofy movie, but I love that movie. But I always fantasize what that movie would have been if Connery did it. Yeah, it would have been a little better.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that take. I don't think I could go too much into that one because, like, man, I don't know. Connery is Connery. That's all I can say. Like, he's the OG for sure. Speaking of OG, so we know the game is going to drop May 27th. So that's what, 2 Wednesdays from yesterday. Which is it's dropping on a Wednesday, so early access is going to be Tuesday.
Oh yeah, I am not. No one's going to see me on Tuesday. I'll be there because I think we get early access to the pre-order. I think it starts at 10 a.m. So
my God,
I'm streaming all day. I don't care. I might beat the game in one stream,
bro. I hope you do because like you've been waiting for this, and that thing is going to like blow up.
Oh yeah.
Like, especially if people are waiting, because there's going to be a ton of previews. There's going to be a ton of just overall thoughts being shared. I don't even know when that officially drops, but either way, I think playing it, man, I might have to skip practice. I'm like the head coach and
Both of
everything,
us.
but I'm
We'll just play together. We'll both be on separate streams. We'll talk to each other and we'll play everything together.
bro,
26 hours.
Bro, because next Wednesday, well, I told Mario, but
you guys are for a treat.
Next Wednesday, I need Yo's in the chat because next Wednesday we got a huge surprise for you guys.
Massive,
huge surprise
for us. It's not Pierce Brosnan.
No. It's a huge one. So I need to see at least a couple of Yo's in the chat because I can't believe it. And Patronus Squad knows, but we don't have an exact time. But it's official as of today. Chandler Wood, the voice of Hogwarts Legacy, will be joining us on Wizarding Wednesday, next Wednesday, May 20th, and it's going to be crazy. We're working out the final details in regards to questions for him and everything, but I got to start promoting that like this weekend, so it's going to be crazy.
To explain it in wrestling terms, this is like the first interview with like Karrion Kross after he left WWE. Only 2 people understand that reference in the chat, probably, but it's a big deal.
It's a big deal. It'll be like us getting Patrick Gibson for Dono First Light.
It'd be like Pierce Brosnan. It'd be like Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah. So mods, we're going to need some help for sure that week because I think the stream is going to go crazy. But speaking of going crazy, I hope you guys wallets are ready for this because 00's First Light again coming out in 2 Wednesdays, but we got to talk about the types of additions you can get with whether it's the pre-order, whether it's the
my supervisor still said no.
Wait, no, for real?
I tried.
For real?
I tried. Maybe the chat can help me out
here. Okay, so let me see if I can bring it up. Let me stop this one. I'm going to remove this, and then I'm going to add, because I got to show you guys the different ones, because it's crazy. And Mario, I don't even think I told you, Mario. I did get something. Let me see, IGN.
I have an idea part of what it is. My supervisors know on that too.
What do you think it is?
Did you get a controller?
Yeah, I got the controller.
I was like, let me just get that. And then she was like, you have 3 controllers. I'm like, oh yeah, but what if we had 4?
Lee, the supervisor, says you have a golden gun already, which is, I mean, she's not wrong.
Yeah, but I mean, this is like MI6 made this one. You know what I mean?
But speaking of, we got first, this is the Legacy edition of 007 First Light. And it comes with the aforementioned golden gun right here, which, I mean,
cool.
So good. I think this one was what, $2.99? Yeah. I think this one was $2.99.
Yeah, this is the high end one.
Yeah. And then so this one's called the Legacy Edition. This is the Legacy Edition.
And a lot of people have been asking this in comments and whatnot around the community. It is confirmed. They confirmed with IO. It is stuck in the case.
Yeah, you can't take it out.
It's just display, which totally, I felt that was the case because of like, you're going to be like shipping this thing out. You can't put a gun, in all these things. So it's a nice little display piece. But I mean, I think it looks beautiful. I would love that on my shelf here.
Oh, I mean, facts, bro. Facts. So that's that one. And let me see if I can bring up the other one. Let me see if I can switch.
The other one, they didn't even warn us.
They didn't even announce
I texted you. I was like, did you see this? You're like, what are you talking
about?
What
they did here? Yeah, exactly.
This is the end of the Lenny Kravitz video, I think, when they showed Lenny Kravitz at the game. I was like, wait a minute, that's different for the collector.
Didn't even say anything. I was like, wait, what? So then we have, let me see what comes here. I think it's this one. I want to go to the website. Yeah, this one. So then we have this one. This
There it
is
is.
the collector's edition. And let me see if I can blow this up. So all of them will come with the deluxe edition packs, which we'll go over. But the legacy and collector's edition, the golden gun one and the mass replica one, comes with an obsidian gold suit skin, which is very exclusive. Like if you decide to pay $200-300, you get this skin essentially. So the only difference between your regular deluxe pre-order bonus stuff is this and this. Those are the only differences. And then of course the golden gun. Those are the only differences. But a lot of people have like, yo, I want this. I'm surprised it hasn't sold out still, because I was just looking just to see if I can like maybe like pull the trigger last minute and get it, and it was still available for order. So.
I just feel like that the reason for that is, well, the golden gun is more famous, man with the golden gun, Scaramanga. Shout out to Count Dooku. But I feel like this collector edition, it's not gonna hit until you play the game, because we don't know. We'll talk about whose mask this is later. We're not sure who it is yet. So I feel like it's kind of like you could have did something else. You could have maybe did like, there's so many other Bond things you could have did, like, I don't know, some Bond cufflinks, maybe a replica of one of the gadgets.
I would take any of the replicas of like the earbuds or the phone or any of those things for sure.
Yeah, so I felt like it was a weird like it looks sick, don't get me wrong. I think it's awesome, but it's like when I'm looking at that, I'm not thinking James Bond. I'm just thinking like, I'm thinking of the game specifically, obviously, but like, there's other things you could have done.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's still cool.
But like that, going off topic, that now kind of reveals, because I think IO Interactive showed their hand. This character with the mask is a pretty big deal then, if they're making a freaking collector's edition based off the mask.
Yeah,
so who's behind the mask is going to be a very big deal, whether narratively, gameplay wise, or just a whole shebang. So this could be a hint as to like the twist that could come with this character. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I definitely think I know. I think I know who it is. We'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
Yeah. But again, I think it's cool. Like, it definitely is the symbol of the thing. It's everywhere in a promotion.
Everywhere.
I mean, it's a very cool visual. So but it's definitely very cool and definitely less pricey.
Yeah. Again, $199 compared to $299. I honestly would go with this one, especially since the golden gun you can't take out. Because I would definitely be walking around the house with a golden gun in my hand.
Oh yeah, you'd be like
for sure. So but what you do get if you pre-order now, or you get the deluxe edition, is a bunch of cool stuff, mostly skins, to be honest, with the wallpapers, the stream overlays. These are all from the awards when we wish listed. I think they reached like 3 or 4 million. So everybody gets this with their IO account, but with the pre-order bonus, you do get this as well. So going from left to right, we get the Gilded Wraith gun alongside the on-duty skin.
Classic.
That might be my favorite one.
Me too.
Honestly, out of all the skins, I think this is my favorite one. Because I was going to ask you that. That's one of the questions.
That's. I had a fight with somebody about this. That's the Roger Moore Live and Let Die fit.
Yeah.
And I think Craig wore it in the promotional poster too.
Yeah.
But like that's the one I'm wearing for all stealth missions.
Yes.
Like that's the one, dude.
Yes, I'm rocking this one. This is for sure. This is the one. But also you got what's the name of this one? This is the Savannah Bloom, reminiscent of what's his name? Daniel Craig from Casino Royale. This reminds me of that one at the beginning.
Oh yeah, the parkour scene.
Yes,
right?
Yeah. This reminds me of that. You got the Gilded Tuxedo, a little bit of gold with that, kind of fancy a little bit, and then Operation Riviera, kind of chill out and about Bond skin, alongside the earbuds, which we'll get into the gadgets later. And then, of course, if you pre-ordered, and we got cats in the chat saying they already pre-ordered, you're getting this. Obviously, this is from Spectre. The beginning of the movie, The Day of the Dead, alongside the Desert Explorer, Silent Anchor, which this is cool. This is cool to see hell with the
we've seen Connery in it, more in it. I remember I right away think it was Tomorrow Never Dies. Pierce Brosnan wears it in the scene.
He does.
It's always this uniform that shows off his naval stuff.
Yep.
It's so cool.
Commander Bond.
Yes.
And then we got the Gentleman Operator, which doesn't look too different from this one outside of the pants and obviously the whole.
It's like a little light blue.
Yeah. I do like the gleam pack though, with your gadgets that again we'll talk about later. All in gold, and then of course the agent's mark as the last part. So you get these with the pre-order bonus. These are already coming with your game. Make sure you have an IO interactive account, and outside of that, this is like you're going to be ready for the game.
But respect to IO chat. This is you're paying just a base game price.
Yeah. Yes,
this is not like $120
for skins
that you might not even have unlocked already. You have everything as soon as you plug in the game. I thought that was the best deal ever. 24 hours ahead of time you can play the game. Very hope that this in a world where games are becoming more expensive and you're paying more for the cosmetics and stuff.
You're paying more for less, basically.
But now this is how it should be, and I'm excited to see what else there is to unlock.
That's what I was going to ask you in chat. Like, feel free. What classic Bond outfit would you like to see added as a skin? Because we know IO Interactive, they do forever games. Like, they don't just make a game and leave it, then try to move on. No, there's going to be online stuff where you can do challenges, which they talked about in the last gameplay trailer. There's going to be a ton of stuff. So that being said, what skin or fit would you like to see coming to 007 First Light eventually down the line, or maybe that we could unlock that we haven't seen in the game yet?
For me, it's I haven't seen it anywhere else, but I heard that if you pre-ordered the physical edition, you would get the classic tuxedo. I'm not sure what that's about.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
Because if that's the case, I'm assuming that's the classic white tuxedo, like the white jacket with the black pants that Connery wore. It's the classic one. I think that's going to be I don't know if that was a pre-order bonus, but I'm assuming that's going to be unlocked. If it's not, it needs to be, because that's the classic Bond suit, like the white jacket. But I only saw that somewhere and I couldn't find it anywhere else, so I'm not sure if that's
if I can bring it up for y'all. Let me see. Let's remove this. Remove, stop, and then we're going to add this because I know exactly. Didn't Daniel Craig wear a version of that?
He wore in Spectre. He fought Batista. That was
yes. Let me see.
Yeah, it's always kind of been there it is. Yeah, that is the suit. I mean, there was even a reference to it in Indiana Jones. Indy wears it, and they put it in the game. Did you see that?
Yeah,
they
just added it.
I was like, they know who Bond is. But they have to have the red carnation. You have to have that. That is the suit. That's what I wanted for my wedding suit, but it didn't end up working out. So I did a different suit. But that's a must. We gotta get that. That is when you think of a regular tuxedo with Bond, but when you see the white jacket, that's a reference to OG Goldfinger.
Yeah,
he wore it for 10 minutes in the movie, not even, and it's been iconic for over 60 years.
Oh my gosh, no, I agree. I think this is number one. Like, this is a must-have. If we're staying in the tuxedo era, I think this is like a must-have. Let me see, Timothy. I can't spell. Dalton James Bond fits. There's outfits. I'm sorry. There's one he has. This one. This one.
That's kind of what Patrick Gibson wears on the
yes, on the
beginning.
thing. Yes. And it's so funny because like it's so 90s and yet it's still so classic to him. That one, I would love to see a three-piece suit. Like any three-piece suit, I would be fine
for
with.
sure.
For sure. You got his casual one over here. Again, I'm a Timothy Dalton fan. And any of like the I would say this one. Just the leather jacket, the sweater with the
I hope we can sled down on a cello case.
Yeah.
I hope that's the scene in the game.
Yes. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Oh my gosh, that would be so dope. But yeah, man. Let me see what we got in the chat. A lot of people agreeing with the bow tie, the white suit. Let me see. Anthony Sinclair, an original designer of those high quality suits, says Zoe. I was going to say the white jacket one, says Jay. Also, the long sleeve blue polo Craig wore Casino Royale. Yeah. That one was simple. That's the one he wore before he went off to where did they go? Casino Royale, Montenegro, whatever it was for that. So yeah, that's a good one. Those are all good choices. Shout out to chat. So but I
also got to throw in the terry cloth onesie. The little onesie he wears next to the pool. If he's not wearing that, there's that scene that he was at the pool with the girls. If he's not wearing that, I'll be mad. You know how bad I wanted to get that for my groomsmen at the wedding? I wanted to get a little terry cloth onesie. Look that up. Look up Sean Connery terry cloth onesie. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. I wanted one so bad.
Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. If you guys haven't seen it,
the terry cloth onesie is tremendous.
If you guys have not seen it,
yes, there it is. There it is.
The 70s, bro. Or 60s. What was this? 60s?
It was 60s, yeah.
Bro, oh my god.
But they sell these on 007.com. They're super expensive, but I want one so bad.
Look at this, man.
Imagine us wearing this to the Bond premiere.
Yo, with the pockets and everything.
That's all I want.
Auto Interactive, I know you're watching this. Put it in the game.
Give me the terry.
Make it happen.
Should have been a pre-order bonus.
Yeah.
That should have been the collector's edition. It came with. If they had a terry cloth ones in the collector's edition, I would have bought it.
I would have lost my mind. I was like, no. I was like, this is a deep cut for sure. Oh my gosh. Anyway. So that's the collector's edition. That's all the stuff you guys will get with that. Outside of some extra stuff, I'm sure we missed. But we got to get into the characters as I'm sweating over here.
It's getting a little warm.
Yeah, it's getting a little hot in here. We got to talk about this cast for 007 First Light because it is stacked. And I was just surprised by not only like who they got, but like the quality of the actors they brought in. And then like some big names, like, I mean, come on, like Gemma Chan, my girl, and so many other people. So let's get to the cast down here. So obviously first, James Bond, played by Patrick Gibson. Bomba, one of the antagonists in the game, not the main antagonist, but one of them, played by the man, the myth, the legend, Lenny Kravitz.
Crazy.
I know. I was like, when
Didn't
they
see that coming.
That was what, at the Game Awards, I think, when they announced
Yeah.
that. And I was like, what?
At first, I thought like, oh, maybe he's gonna do the theme song, but no,
Yeah.
they put him in the game
He's
as
in the game.
a villain. Crazy.
I was like, bro, let's go. We got Greenway, played by Lenny James. You guys know who that is. And then we got some cats who I'm not familiar with. Maybe Mario might be. Miss Roth, played by Naomi Nakai. M, played by, I'm going to butcher the name right here, Priyan Burford. And then, of course, we got the rest of the crew with the stylish, as Mario says, the stylish Q,
Yeah, look at him.
played by Alistair McKenzie. Miss Moneypenny, played by Kira Lester. And then Selena Tan, played by my girl
From Eternals.
I know, right? Gemma Chan. And then question mark. No 009, no nothing, just question mark.
So yeah, that's what made me even more curious. I'm like, they specifically put him in there as question mark.
Yeah. Like, hey, these cats are going to play pivotal roles within the game in some way, shape, or form, and they just boom question mark with the characters. So out of the characters, Mario, who not named James Bond are you honestly looking forward to interacting with? Honestly,
I'm all the way with Greenway because
really
he is making me, because I got some theories about him.
Okay.
I mean, do you want to kind of get into like what he's
bro
about?
we're talking about the cast, let's do it.
So in the story, it's confirmed Greenway's kind of the guy trying to bring the 00 program back, meaning there was a 00 program. There were 00 agents before Bond.
Right. And it sounded like they canceled it, and Greenway and 009 might have been like the last 00s before the program shut down.
Maybe, because so the details we got, I've been sus of this ever since the gameplay reveal, because we have that great scene of them heading to the chess match or whatever. They're driving around, and then you hear this dialogue happening with these agents, which we could talk about them too. I think these guys are also 00 agents in training. But there's a quote that one of them talks about saying, you know, oh, you trust Greenway. It's like he was very close with 009, and they worked on a specific. I think I wrote it down actually.
It was the last mission, Nightfall, or something
it was like that. Yeah, something called Mission. Nightfall Protocol, which was that a Batman thing?
Yeah, right.
So that right away, as a Bond fan, I'm thinking GoldenEye. I'm thinking 007 and 006.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So there was an agent situation there. There's a mission that they were doing something, and that's where he turns heel. There's not a lot of details, but it's interesting to see him. Greenway is trying to bring this back. He thinks Bond has it. Like he wants to get him in there. He's training him. And we kind of talk about details about like how he he's the guy that influenced kind of Bond's style.
Yes.
So So here's my thing. I guarantee this is going to happen. I'm going to say it right now. It's 5/15/2026.
Yep.
It's exactly 5:50 p.m. on the East Coast. I'm saying it right now. He's going to be revealed to be the old 007.
Yeah, I agree.
He's the old 007, and I think what a way of passing the torch.
Yes.
To the new 007, because that's always been the thing where people always talk about the movies. They're like, is James Bond just a code name? Like, no, he's just 007.
Yeah.
But there's always been, we've never dipped in to all the 00s. Like, it's always been 9. Like, the only time we've ever seen all 9 together is, I think, Dr. No.
The old one,
and you don't even see their faces, but they're like all in chairs.
Yeah.
007 comes late and he sits in his 7th chair, and they're going over a big mission. And so we've never really gotten into the lore of that. So I think we'll definitely get into some flashbacks of Greenway as 007. I can see the scene now. It's like, 007, and they pan over and it's young Greenway.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, that's so cool.
Which is why he's so adamant against this version of Bond coming in, because he knows he's going to get the 00 status, possibly 007, but he's like, he's not ready. In the first reveal trailer, he's like, this dude is not ready. This dude is just reckless. He's brash. He's all of these things. Like
Obi-Wan
down. Yes.
This is Obi-Wan Anakin, dude.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. So that kind of backs up your theory that Greenway possibly was the original or the 007 before this James Bond 007, which also he was in a mission with 009, which has been a thing in the past as well. And man, that's not a bad theory, Mario. That's not a bad
it's
theory.
got to be, because that's what I'm thinking, because I'm sure we're gonna have like a history of, like, maybe we'll see other past 00 agents that have done this. But yeah, something big had to have happened to shut this down, because we always assume there's always been one 00 program and that's it.
Right.
And the fact that we're being told that, like, this is like, there was one before, makes me even more curious. And the other big thing too is we don't even know what 009 looks like yet.
No.
So it's got to be a big deal.
Yeah,
it's got to be a big deal.
It's got to be. And man, I have so many theories with that, which we'll get into with the story. Character I think I'm most looking forward to, in chat, feel free to chime in as well. I would say I'm always about the love interest. And I mean, honestly, it's not so much love interest, it's always the Bond girl. And I'm very interested to see how Roth plays. Is she going to be the Vesper for this iteration of Bond, or does that happen later? Because I think it was the Game Informer interview when they had the cover of First Light up there after the Iceland incident, they talked about Bond being very doe-eyed, like wide-eyed, ready to go in. He hasn't been jaded. That was the word they used. He hasn't been jaded.
Yes.
And so I was like, when I heard that, I was like, bro. So he could be jaded in more ways than one, outside of just, the rigors that is being a 007 and learning that, but also how he interacts with the Bond girls, and Miss Roth possibly being a Vesper Lynn type character for him. And I mean, obviously we love the Daniel Craig version, but what I loved most about the Daniel Craig version was it was always a through line with the story. A lot of the old Bond movies and even stories kind of like you would jump from movie to movie, maybe carry on one thing or another, same characters, but the plot lines were kind of like, just episodic to me, what it felt like. And so with the Daniel Craig version, it felt kind of like a trilogy, but obviously it's 5 movies, with Vesper always kind of looming over the character. And so I just hope with Miss Roth, because she's everywhere, I hope she's that. So I'm very interested in Roth and what she brings to the table with our character, outside of just obviously 009, well, not 009, but the man with the golden mask for sure being like a character.
That would have been a good title for the movie. The game, Man with the Golden Mask.
Bro, yes.
Instead of Man with the Golden Gun.
Yes. Agreed. So it's going to be crazy. And I don't know if I could bring it up. There's a line on the website, IO Interactives 007, check it out. There's a line I think I had put in my notes where they say you get to meet friends, foes, or both. And I was like, wait, what? So somebody's going to betray us. Because I was like, friends, or allies, foes, or both. And I'm like, Mario, what do they mean by allies, foes, or both?
I mean, I don't know. I do think if I'm sus of anybody, it's Roth.
Yes, exactly.
So like, she'll do that. Like, it's like she works with French intelligence. Where'd you come from? You're also after 009.
Yep.
Are you sort of trying to be a distraction for something bigger? Are you working with 009?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. It's like, it's so hard to like now that I'm figuring out more about the story of like this old 009 program that Greenway was involved with, all the people involved are going to be a bunch of old heads.
Older, yes.
So
yes.
So I'm like, why? Is she a daughter of somebody who's like, of some kind?
Bro. I had threw out a theory that Gemma Chan's character, and then when I found out like what her character actually does, I was like, okay, that theory's out there. I think 009. Oh, I'm sorry, the cat with the golden mask is like the son or daughter of 009. That's what I think.
I can see that because I had some of a theory. We only see. Do you know the guy? We see a guy in one of the trailers. He has very long hair.
Yep.
Wearing a suit.
Yeah.
So, so he's we only see him in that one scene. But then when I did a breakdown. I think it was when they were showing off. Might have been Lenny Kravitz thing, or there was a different trailer that came out. We see Greenway and Bond escaping in like a Jeep.
Yep.
And you see that character again, and someone pointed out, oh, he has long hair,
just like the other guy. It was in the story trailer.
That's what it was.
Bring that up for you guys.
So,
excuse me.
So, if anything, we can match up those characters possibly being a thing because the vibe I get from the man with the golden face, I like that. We're going to call him that. The vibe I'm getting, he's a Jaws type character. Odd Job. He's a henchman.
Yeah,
right there. So he kind of looks like long hair coming out.
Yeah, so, in the back. Yeah.
So he's giving me henchman vibes.
Yeah,
where he's the sort of henchman that shows up every few minutes in the movie, and like he's after Bond, and we're gonna try to fight him. But this dude could also be like, heck, what if this dude's one of the 00s in training, and he goes rogue on him?
Oh, shoot! I didn't even think about them.
We befriend somebody while we're training, and this guy's like, he's actually undercover, like one of these dudes, one right here.
Oh, yo!
My money's on the guy with the hand on his shoulder.
Right here.
It's one of them.
I didn't even think about that.
Because right here, these are your new 00s.
These are you guys. These are cats you kind of go into the academy with, basically, and learn the ropes with, and go on missions with.
So why wouldn't that happen? That'd be a crazy thing to do, to be like, okay, one of these guys are like, or hell, maybe all of them are 009 guys, and they're like, I don't know. It's just like
Bond is the only one.
Because you think of past Bond movies of like, it's always interesting to be like, think of who's inside. But my favorite quote from Quantum of Solace is, "We have people everywhere."
Yes.
And that's a terrifying line.
Yes.
And then the guy turns around. It was M's like bodyguard turns around and shoots at M.
Yep.
And like, this is what I'm getting that vibe of like these dudes. One of them is going to be sus, and they're in 009. Like there's a because 009 doesn't want the 00 program to come back. I'm sure.
No. He was the best. And they ended the program, I think, with the last mission between Greenway and 009 being Nightfall. I think that was the last 00 mission period. That's when they decided to scrap the program, and then fast forward, M comes along and was like, "Yo, I want to bring it back," and that's where we start in the game outside of the Iceland incident and stuff.
You also got to wonder, what's Greenway not telling us?
Exactly. And there's a play on words, I think, also when it comes to it. Nightfall being the last possible 00 mission, and then this game being called First Light. Like, it's kind of like First Light is the peak of light right when the sun is about to rise, the transition from night to day. And obviously Nightfall, even though it's spelled with the K for a night, you still have the phrasing with the night and day for both of these. So I think it just symbolizes a transition of the old guard coming into the new guard. And I think 009 has to have someone or himself in some way, shape, or form involved with this new version of the Double O program coming into fruition, especially if he's going after Greenway, which they said in the gameplay trailer.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a similar story in with Javier Bardem's character from Skyfall. He was kind of like, he was more of like an agent. He was one of the agents, that M worked with, and something went down. There was a trust issue or something like that.
He said he was M's favorite, is what he said. Yep.
Yeah. So I love that movie, by the way.
Yes, it's so good. It's so good.
But yeah, so I'm wondering that it's like what. Because you always wonder what fuels something to happen, what happens here, like what made him want to make this move on them, and it's very interesting. I'm just curious about who it is, and what his plan was, and why he's still at large, man.
Yeah. Master Disguise, and this is talking about 009, by the way. Disguise Master, social infiltrator, multilingual, not enough data on his psych profile, and then connected case, as you see here, Nightfall right here with I cannot wait. Like, I know everybody's excited about the gameplay and all the IO interactive gameplay mechanic loops that from Hitman, and having this similarity to even an Uncharted with some of the cutscenes and cinematics and stuff with the big chases and flying out an airplane and stuff like that. I cannot wait for it, because gameplay loop is what's going to drive this game. But as a fan of the Bond franchise, I cannot wait to see how this thing unravels narratively. I cannot wait. I am most looking forward to the story. I am most looking forward to unraveling who 009 is, what twist we're going to get, who's going to betray us, how James is going to be affected and forever changed at the end of this game. Because he has to. He has to be forever changed by the end of this game. I cannot wait to see how they do it. I cannot wait to see that. Oh, I'm so happy for this game.
I'm so excited. Oh my god.
I cannot wait for this game. But yeah. So that's your cast and characters over there. And if I missed you in chat, please feel free, let us know who again you are most looking forward to when it comes to the characters for 007 First Light. And I think we already covered it, but the next topic was the story for 007 First Light, so we kind of already went over that. So I think the next thing is going to be the gameplay, which, I mean, come on. So I know you've seen some of the previews. There's a couple of people who've had about 3 to 4 hours with the game already, and they were allowed to share their thoughts on the game a week or two ago. Mario, coming out of that, before we get into specific details for gameplay, what have been your overall impressions from what people have been reporting, those who have played the game so far, who got early access?
So far, very happy, because I think only one source, I think it was something on PC Gamer, was the only one that had negative thoughts about it. And it was very cringy. It's like this guy definitely was not a Bond fan. He said really ridiculous things, like saying stuff like James Bond shouldn't be in video games. I'm like,
I saw that.
I'm like, you're ridiculous.
I saw that.
But positive side, I'm just really happy to see that people are enjoying, because I've been excited for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And when I would make videos about it, a lot of commenters would be like, oh, it's going to be ridiculous. He's like a teenager. It's going to be cringe. It's going to be bad, blah, blah. And I'm like, first of all, y'all got to give people a break, man. Like, play the game first, then you can determine if you like it or not.
Yeah.
But I was always confident that this was going to be very well done, because, because I want it to be very good, because it's a Bond thing and I want more Bond stuff I've seen in a while. But it seems people are really liking the mechanics, which makes me very happy. Like the bluff system is the
Bro.
most perfect mechanic.
Perfect.
I was like, I didn't think they'd be able to do something like that, but
Yeah.
the fact that they were like, they like, okay, we have a system where it can change how the game is played, where you can just kind of come in, you have a certain like I forget what it's called exactly. It's like action points or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Mojo.
Yeah.
To be able to have that bar filled, and that'll determine your success rate on being able to talk to these guards and try to get into certain rooms, and in case you mess up.
Mm-hmm.
And and it's not a run and gun game. So I really appreciate that, because it really seems like IO, they understand the Bond recipe.
Yes.
And so I am very happy that people are getting it. People are enjoying it. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but like, I mean, for me anyways, this might be my game of the year.
Bro, we'll get to that. Because I want to because before we leave, we gotta predict the Metacritic score when the previews or like the reviews drop, and if it's going to be nominated for game of the year. But the bluffing system consumes instinct. So there's instinct and focus. Focus, I think, is for the gadgets, and the instinct is for how you interact with some of the characters, I believe, and won't be available when more experienced enemies is nearby. So like, this is the rules of spycraft breakdown, kind of showing like how you'll be able to interact with the characters. And right here it reads, in this scenario, you won't get far without the appropriate gear. So then Bond resorts to let's just go, let's go in and come prepared. But one thing I was worried about with this game, because both you and I played Star Wars Outlaws, and I'm
still playing it.
Oh, okay.
I got back into it last week, but
bro, yes, I like the game, especially with the new updates. It's such a better game now.
Yeah, way better.
But what I was worried about with 007 First Light was what they did in Outlaws, which was the forced spy stealth type situations. I'm an Assassin's Creed fan, and even sometimes in the old school ones, I just wanted to go and just like assassinate everybody. Like I wanted the option, and you didn't have that. And even in Hitman, you don't have that option to a certain degree, where you can get out of having to do stealth, where there's forced situations where you can only get by it by using stealth or being creative and stuff like that, which Luke Stevens, shout out to Luke, friend of the channel, he was saying some people might not like that formula, because the Hitman series, even though it's popular and a long-standing franchise, it's not for everybody. And what he was getting across was, gameplay wise, if you're not into that gameplay when it comes to Hitman, especially with the forced stealth and creative aspect of it, I love the sandbox aspect, but it's not for everybody. And I was worried about we would have that. But this bluffing system, and then, of course, the license to kill, having those options when you play the game, I was like, okay, IO nailed it, especially with the combat, because a lot of people were saying it felt Arkham like with the combat, with the hand-to-hand stuff, with the brawling and the using anything that's around you, and it's not so much free flow, but still kind of feels like it does, according to some of the reviews I've seen online. And so that was a concern, but I'm not worried about that anymore after watching this and some of the reviews. So bro, like, it's going to be insane, this gameplay.
Yeah, the fighting is genius, because that really is how Bond fights. He's a brawler. So he is. I love the my favorite fighting mechanic is when if you run out of ammo in your gun, you can just throw the gun at them.
Throw the gun.
and that is a James Bond thing. Like you can just throw stuff. He's throwing plays, throwing pool balls at people. Like that is genius. Like that's such a because like every other game, it's just like it's just first person. It's like and then two fists showing up, and you're just gonna do, and that's your judo chop. Like, are you serious? Like,
bro, that's the fun of Bond because it's always like he's using something that's either silly or just like can't explain. Like, wait, he used that to do what? And then it works. Eventually it works for whatever reason because it's Bond. And so
he's the luckiest guy ever. That's the thing. He has to be super lucky, and he's like, there happens to be a toaster right next to this bathtub. I'm just gonna throw it into the guy who is trying to shoot me. So I think that's just so genius. Like you can tell they thought of things like that. Like they're like, what are some moments we can build for these players? That we can like showcase, like, you know, you really feeling like Bond, like this, like, and like I'm curious to see. I know it's a very, they did say in one of their Q&A videos, it's a linear story. There's no multiple ways to, like, you know, endings or anything, but there's multiple ways to do things, so and there's going to be these missions I think we talked about earlier of like they're going to come out like there's like they'll same thing with Hitman. The Hitman, they're still doing it. They'll like they put you in the same location they went to a game, but they redesigned it a bit to do a different mission. And so I love that, and that gets me very excited. So I'm like, okay, great, they're thinking about long term. But that's what I appreciate. Like I'm very excited to see how many times I can go through this game and find ways to do things differently. Because like you know, from what we saw him go through the window and all that. Like, can I go in a different way? Can I go through the security way or the basement? Or I think it's a great balance of like keeping the story you want to tell, but also making it interesting for the player and replayability.
That's exactly it, and that's what IO Interactive has nailed. Perfect timing, especially with the immersion training here.
There it is.
You can select different missions to do: Lords of Rust, Tier 1, Tier 2, and there's even a leaderboard online with stuff with doing this around the world. So
I'm coming after you, Jordan C.
So if you're able to knock out any of these side quests or missions and briefings and stuff in a certain amount of time, you'll be put above the leaderboard in some way, shape, or form. So like this again, replayability, the IO Interactive DNA is just perfect for this and for Bond. And they always add characters. They always add people to the Hitman franchise. I mean, who knows what they're going to add when First Light is out, especially like 5 months, 6 months from now. Like, who would they added for these type of things? But overall, for me, though, it's just the overall style. I think they've nailed everything perfectly. I've heard it was 20 hours of gameplay. In regards to from start to finish, you can complete the game in 20 hours. I think that's perfect. I think that's a great, not too robust time, especially as a person who has kids, who has a job, who's doing content creation on the side, and other aspects that's pulling me to and fro. To be able to jump into this game and be able to knock it out in 20 hours while also being able to take your time on certain missions if you want, trying different strategies, the sandbox method that is IO Interactive's DNA, while also having cinematics. I was like, I don't think enough people talked about it. This game is very cinematic. Like
very
cutscenes, the actors and everything. I mean, we talked about the cast earlier. I think they've just nailed every aspect of what this game should be when it comes to an origin story, when it comes to gameplay loop, when it comes to narrative, and when it just comes to just overall time to finish the game. And the replayability aspect that you just mentioned before is so good, man. And you cannot highlight enough. And now we just got the 60 FPS look at it, which I think dropped like earlier this week. So I was like, it was looking choppy when the first gameplay trailer dropped, which you and I reacted to. Now that jank is looking smooth as butter with 60 FPS on performance mode on traditional PS5, and just I think that's just standard on the PS5 Pro, which is crazy. So
it's gonna look beautiful.
It's going to look so good. Like, I'm tempted to try this on PC as well, just to see, like, man, let's up the frame rates. Let's see how this thing looks on PC and stuff. Like, I don't think I'll be able to stream it playing PC on PC. But man, I want to try it because this game has just been looking better and better. Because everybody forgets they delayed it out of the March window, which was around your birthday, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I was ready.
Yeah,
Oh.
and I mean, luckily, I mean, it's a two-headed sword. Like, hey, yeah, like it sucks that it delayed it, but it looks so much better. It looks so much better now, and so IO's just been putting a lot of work, and they realize like there's a lot of people who are excited about this game, and I think you're right. This is going to be a Game of the Year nomination. It's just going to depend on that score, which we'll talk about later on.
Yeah, I really hope that's the case because, again, with going back to that sort of mission selector type of thing, like, you know, again, they're known for Hitman having, you know, new contracts come out and everything.
Yeah.
You know, they can keep this game alive for a while. And I think there was a couple of reports that someone mentioned at IO that they would like to do a trilogy.
Ooh.
And I think a trilogy would be perfect for this. Like, I think you do need, you know, he needs, like, you know, his origin. He needs like his, like, you know, kind of growing up movie, and then his third big one, you know what I mean? But like, he's going to be 007 by the end of this movie or games. I keep calling it a movie. I think a trilogy would be dope. Perfect.
Yeah.
But if they keep on doing these missions and do little story things, I think that'd be really fun. I would love them to do maybe a fun, like, the, you know, IO has a great sense of humor and great, like, you know, they love references. I think it'd be very clever if they would do special event missions based on movies.
Yes.
Like, kind of like when they put Lashif in Hitman.
Yes.
And so, like, how great would it be to be like, you know, a Goldfinger inspired mission where he's like trying to defuse the bomb at the bank, or he's driving a DB5 in the mountains or something. And I think that'd be very fun and good for longevity, because it's like, you know, oh man, I heard that 007 game got a cool update. Let's go play it. And I'm like, I'm going to be on this game as long as possible, because
I mean, they, like you said, like, IO is known for that. Like, the Hitman games, they got a contract where you go after Slim Shady of all people, and Bruce Lee and stuff from like Return of the Dragon. Like, I'm just like, what? So like, I think the sky's the limit, especially working with Amazon. They own Bond now.
Imagine bring past actors from Bond projects into the game.
Yo,
one of my bonehead theories was that 009 should be Pierce Brosnan.
Oh my gosh,
imagine that face reveal,
bro.
Well, like, finding ways to not, like, doesn't have to be Bond actors, but like, even if it's like, I don't know, they found a way to put John Cleese in the game. I don't know, like this random, like, kind of side characters that you could be like, you know, you could do the Leo DiCaprio meme of hey, I know him. You know, because that's what they promised too. They promised a lot of like Easter eggs for us true Bond fans. So like, I'm gonna be looking for that everywhere. But yeah, I think if they keep doing that, like, support the game more. I mean, that's why Hitman is still going. Like, that's an old game, and they support it. And I still like playing it. If there's something cool, like, you know, I didn't really, the Slim Shady mission was weird, but like,
it was,
but like, you know, obviously came back when it did Lashif, you know, and you get an exclusive thing, which, by the way, speaking of Hitman, kind of rewinding a little bit, they did confirm if you play Hitman and you pre-ordered Bond, you actually get the white suit for Agent 47 in the game when it comes out.
Oh, nice. Well, there you go.
So that's another little connection to the game. So I love that. Dude, imagine do a Hitman crossover in First Light. Oh my God, it'd be crazy. Although someone asked, is it the same universe? And they said no.
It was. They said it wasn't. But I mean, Return of the Dragon, Bruce Lee is not in the same universe as Hitman, and
exactly.
Like stuff, so they can still do it, even though they're not the same.
They're capping. They're hiding some from us.
Yeah, they're going to. Oh my gosh, that's a great question to put online. Like, what kind of contract would you like to see added as a future installment, similar to the Slim Shady, the Le Chiffre, and all those for Hitman, but for 007 First Light. Which sort of mission? Because I'm seeing cats talking about any of the missions from Casino Royale or Skyfall. Man, Timothy Dalton is my guy. Like, you were joking with the cello,
Oh, yeah.
the cello case sliding through, but like, honestly,
That whole car chase,
I would love that.
We haven't even talked about the cars and the driving.
No.
Like iconic car chases from the Bond franchise.
Yes. Easy, because this is going to be like a forever game. And what's so cool about it also is this allows them to take their time with the second one. They can just slow drip contracts, every 3 to 6 months, maybe to a year or whatever. And then once you start getting close to the sequel, then we'll start like ramping it up and going. I guess they're focused in transition from content for the first one to content as they work on the second one and stuff like that. So the sky's the limit with them, and with this franchise, I mean, over 60 years plus of content they can pull from. Like,
so much,
so much, and that's just the movies. Let alone from the novels. Like, I mean, come on, man, this is going to be crazy. Jaws Jr. Yo, Odd Job, you could do a nod to even the GoldenEye, like the video game if they wanted to, and play around with that.
Oh yeah.
Man. Oh my gosh, that's going to be crazy. But speaking of stuff, recognizable characters and iconic things for 007, we got to talk about some of the gadgets real quick, because I was hyped when I saw like gadgets would be like a huge thing for it. Let me see if I can bring it up right quick for you guys, because we do have quite a plethora of things to play around with. Let me see if I can bring this up. Let's go here. So right here in Q Branch, these are just some of the items they're featuring here. We got the Omega Watch over here, which, bro, I want one. I think they have a real one. Based off the video game, if I'm not mistaken.
They?
I think they do.
Yeah, they were talking about the design of it during the FAQ video they did.
Yes.
And I thought that was so interesting. Like, I'm kind of a watch guy. I like watches.
For sure.
I wore my watch. But like, they were talking about like they thought about these gadgets so like, thoughtfully, where the band is rubber because this gadget has a laser but also can conduct electricity. So they're thinking about that, like, you wouldn't want to shock yourself. Like little stupid details like that is just so genius, because I always thought about that. I'm like, if this dude's like, hit people with lasers and stuff, like, it's gonna burn his hand or something.
Yeah. Like and again, they thought about all of that. So you got the laser coming out of the watch, and according to my notes, because I was going through some of the stuff, the Q lens, I think it's with the camera at least, you can highlight useful information about opportunities and hackable devices. With the watch, obviously, they said the Omega Watch, or the Q Watch is what it's called in game. You can use it as a diversion, deactivate electronics, and even get rid of enemies, shock lasers, etc. The Dart Phone, which is right here, is what it's called in game, can move enemies out the way quietly, especially if they have an earpiece in their ear, kind of like throwing them off. Maybe some shock waves or something sonically that can interfere with their body, having them to maybe go to the side, maybe vomit or something like that. Smoke pods, which is going to be coming from obviously your earbuds. It brings up a short range blocker invisibility via smoke. And then I'm sorry, the earbuds are the ones that do the flashing light. The smoke pod, I believe, is over here, which is the lighter. The lighter's the smoke pod, and the earbuds does a stun enemy here. But I don't know what the pen does. The pen, I didn't see them highlight, because they talk about it even in here. like as you see him use it right here, you see him about to hit his watch right here, and then boom, and you get a plus on the focus right here
There
mechanic.
it is.
Yeah. So then you got Q coming in. Q lens will highlight useful information. So you'll see different stuff, information about the grunt, about the air conditioner, giving you opportunities to hack stuff. So, yo, can you imagine dropping an AC unit on somebody's head? That would be so crazy. The watches, the bigger watches, the divert attention, so you can play around. Like
I thought the pen was. I mean, I know I'm thinking about GoldenEye, but like, wasn't the pen a grenade?
It was. But I didn't. They didn't say anything about it, at least from what I've seen. So it would be awesome if it was a grenade.
Yeah, missed opportunity if they don't make it, because like that's an iconic scene.
Exactly.
The guy clicking the pen, he had to click it 3 times and to detonate it. Like
Mech took the words right out of my mouth. The pen is mightier.
The pen is mightier. Yeah.
You got this shocking over here, and this is with the dart phone with the guy. He's kind of feeling. He touches his ear here, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm feeling sick." As we walk by, and then again the smoke pods, the lighter, providing short range smoke cover, and then this was interesting with the earbuds providing shooting out a little flare and a flash of light to stun the enemies as you see them status right here as he transitions and stuff. And other gadgets will, and they even say other gadgets will be developed in due time as we show what's happening here. So yo, gadget wise, which one are you most looking forward to kind of playing around with based on your previous style of gameplay?
They are all so awesome. I try to be as stealthy as I can in games as a Metal Gear fan.
Keyword try.
Yeah. I really like the utilization of the phone with the stunning. That's such a genius thing to like pretend you're on the phone and then hit the guy behind you. I like that, and of course I love the watch. The Omega watch is an iconic thing, but it's gonna be very interesting to choose a favorite playing this game, because reports some people playing have played it so far. When you're prepping for a mission, you can only bring 3 with you.
Yes, I was gonna say that.
So, which is something I always loved about Hitman, because you have a preparation phase where you can like bring certain weapons in a suitcase that'll be held for you at a certain location and certain outfits and all that. So I'll be wearing the Roger Moore like stealth suit while bringing my watch, and but then you might like, but then, again, replayability. Like, man, you know what? I really wish I had my pen when I was in this hallway.
Let's try it again.
Let's do it again. So I think for me it's the phone and the watch are the coolest so far.
I'm with you on the watch. I think I want to try the smoke. Cephé with the Assassin's Creed reference, like Eagle Vision with the Q lens.
Sure.
You had smoke bombs, obviously, in the old Assassin's Creed games and stuff as an option to help with your stealth and everything. So I would love to see how smoke is utilized, not only stealth wise, but combat wise. Like maybe I can get a stunner off when I got multiple foes around me, again referencing Assassin's Creed because it's something I'm just familiar with. And then I think I'm with you either with the dart phone or the Q lens, where you can kind of just see, because I think with the Q lens it gives you like all the information around you. So it might even highlight like this chandelier over here that you use to drop over top of this guy right here. Or, maybe you can grab some of these clothes over here and use it as a whip or something. Like, who knows? But to see what's highlighted and what is available to you that IO Interactive has made for you, maybe on a certain level or quest or whatever, I think it would be a lot of fun. So I'll go with the watch like you, and then the smoke with the lighter and the Q lens, just to see what is interactive and stuff like that. So yeah, I like it. Oh, time. Oh, thank you for the time warning. 6:30. This is perfect timing because we're about to get into vehicles, and then we'll get into our overall thoughts.
If we had no time here, we'd go till midnight talking about this game.
Bro, easily. Oh my gosh. But speaking of, we got to talk about vehicles. And
I'm a little nervous about this, James.
bro, me too.
We'll talk.
V2. So we technically have only seen one vehicle.
One and a half.
Yeah. Because I found out, I believe, shout out to I forgot the name, Mr. Bond's experience on Twitter.
Oh, I see that guy all the time.
Yes, shout out to him.
Section.
I think it was him who brought up that even though the the classic Aston Martin was shown as a promo at one of the gaming events, is not in the game apparently.
I was so mad. I literally was saying that, like, so they said this in an FAQ video. Someone asked, because they're like, will we be driving iconic vehicles like DB5 or whatever? And the guy very quickly said, so we don't have the DB5, but we do have this. And everybody, including me in the chat, like, in all caps, what do you mean the DB5's not in the game? That's the car.
Yeah.
I think they're lying.
You think so?
Because I guarantee we're gonna have a Skyfall moment where the garage door opens, light turns on, DB5 will be sitting in the garage.
Because, like, how do you not have a DB5 for an origin story for Bond? By the way,
that's the car.
Yes.
Do it the cute way they did it in Casino Royale, where he won the car. Later, because they showed the one. It's the Aston Martin DBS.
Yes,
from Casino
the
Royale.
Golden one. Yeah. Oh well, yeah. In the
the Casino Royale one, the one that kind of like it shoots around the corner really quick.
Yeah.
Then like the orange, the DB. That's
is that DBS or something?
The DBS is the DB9 is the Casino Royale one. DBS, I believe, is the orange one.
Yeah, the one we saw in the gameplay.
Which I had to correct myself. I thought that was the one that Timothy Dalton drove. It actually is more based on the one that Lazenby drove.
Interesting.
Because I was looking at the grill when we saw the initial grill.
Yeah.
When he was hot wiring it, you see the front of it. I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh no, that's different Aston Martin.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was rage bait a little bit, because I'm like, you guys said there were going to be so many. You brought the car to the event.
Yes,
it was sitting next to the orange one. It had the orange one and
the orange one and the DB5 and the motorcycle.
Yeah, like
and
the
they talked about the Range Rover also.
Range Rover, yeah, like those are in the game, but like listen, the Valhalla is a beautiful car.
Yeah.
But and here's my other thing that rage baited me, right? So in the promotional or whatever, I I'm a Fortnite guy. You guys know that. In Fortnite, when I don't know if you noticed this too, James.
Yeah.
So in December, we had a Harry Potter collab, and in that pack they had the Aston Martin Valhalla.
Yeah, they did.
This very car.
They did.
And it was very perfect for us as Bond fans and Potter fans. Oh, we got a Bond car with a Hufflepuff logo on it. How fun! And then they came out last week or 2 weeks ago. The DB5 is in Fortnite.
Yeah.
And then the week after, the Casino Royale Aston Martin. Two of those cars are supposedly featured in the game, confirmed, and then one that was put in the game, they say it's not in the game. I think they're lying.
You think they're lying?
They have to be. If they're not lying, I'm gonna have words with them if I ever see them, because like that's I understand it's an origin story, but so is Casino Royale. Like that car is iconic to the Bond franchise, even if it's just like for a second. Like it's shown up in past games, it's showed up in like, you know, almost every movie that has been Bond's car for 60 plus years. Pierce Brosnan drove it. The one time Roger Moore drove it was in Cannonball Run, but we don't talk about that movie. Obviously, you know, Connery, but like I feel like that if that's the case, like you guys are partnered with Aston Martin. Of course, the car's in the game.
They got Valhalla though.
Valhalla, the DB9, and I'm expecting other cars. Like I don't know if we're gonna see like. I don't know if we're going to see the Lotus Esprit, I don't know if the submarine car, which you remember, like for a fun story for a chat. If you didn't know, James came to my wedding in Florida, and for my bachelor party, we went to a Bond museum that had screen used cars.
Like some of them were from the movies.
The DB5 I sat in was the one that was in front of the hotel in No Time to Die. They parked. And the Lotus was one of the ones I think he said they let me sit in it, and the guy was like, only 3 people sat in this car. The guy who drove it here, you and Roger Moore. I was like, what do you mean Roger Moore's ass was here? I'm like, holy crap. But yeah, so I don't know if they're going to put the Lotus in there, because I mean I don't think they got a Lotus like deal as well, but maybe. But like if you're flexing that we have deals with Coca-Cola and Omega and Range Rover and Aston Martin, obviously I'm like I think that was a slight rage bait. I think they knew what they were doing, because I think them trying to throw us off saying, oh, it's not in the game, and then we play the game and we have that big applause moment where like we just saw Thanos appear for the first time. Like, you know, it's got to be in there,
bro. I think they're telling the truth, because they teased it. Why would you, like, there's no surprise. They teased it on the at the event they had, the gaming event in Germany. I forgot what it's called. They teased it.
Yeah, why
it was there? So them saying it's not there, I think is true, because there's no surprise. We saw it associated with your game. If I'm playing devil's advocate, I don't know if it's there, bro. I don't think it's there. I think they're telling the truth. Why else would they lie?
Because here's so I wonder if, like, again, we have all these like missions, like stealth missions. I'm assuming maybe you'll do some like driving missions, right? And you know, and that was my thing. Like, I hope they do an FAQ, because I'm gonna see if I could try to hit them with a question. Like, can you? Like, how often are you driving? Like the driving things are controlled for sure.
Yeah, they're like, linear. They are
like
linear.
Like the demo that people were talking about. Like at the end of it, you go into a trash truck. And then you're driving around. So I'm sure, you're gonna have your linear moments, but it'd be cool to have a mission where, like, say I want to replay that mission where I chased 009 out of the chess area, whatever. And maybe I can make it so I can come in with the DB5, perhaps, or you know, so can I switch out cars? Because that's the thing. It's like I understand it's hard, but like the cars are as iconic as the suit. As iconic as the watch. So I think so I feel like that's gotta be, I don't know. It's a weird, if they're not in the game, I think it's definitely a weird thing to do that, because again, you showed us the car, and why wouldn't you? Why would you specifically say that? Like, for DB5 we don't have it, but anyways, we have this. I think it was rage bait, and they got me. They raged me. Because that's like, I love that car. You know, I love that car, James.
I know.
If I won the lottery, you guys would know, because I'd be living in that car, because I would lose my house. I'd probably be living in that car. But like, it's insane. but I have hope. But I wonder maybe later in the game's life cycle they release other cars.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, this is the
Yeah.
this is the 50th anniversary of this movie or whatever. Remember this car? You can now play it in special time trials. Maybe there's time trial driving missions or something.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea, Mario. That is a great idea.
As many movies as you have a car for it.
Yeah, that's perfect. No, man, we'll see. I'm going. It's not in there. If they say it's not in there, it's not in there. I think they're trying to set expectations, bro. I think they're trying to set expectations.
But I mean, so assuming this Valhalla is the main car,
right?
So it's like, because I mean the DBS, I don't know where he's getting that. Maybe who knows? Maybe that's Greenway driving DBS.
That's what I was just about to say. Maybe he gets it from Greenway, because Greenway and Q, according to the character, I think it was behind Beyond the Light, episode 2 or 3, when they do the characters, they talked about how the characters would kind of give the traits to Bond that we're familiar with. So the style being one of them, I know is going to be coming from Greenway. Maybe his love for like the Aston Martins, the Omega, stuff like that is going to be coming from Q. Moneypenny, he'll be getting whatever, stuff like that. So we know the characters are going to be playing a bigger role just from seeing how he gets his characters and stuff. So maybe he gets it from Greenway, like you said. Like I wouldn't be surprised from that. But
maybe that was his car. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah.
You know, because one other thing we didn't really talk about, like with this game, is everything you do in this, you're earning.
Yeah.
You're earning the gadgets, you're earning the suits, you're earning the cars, earning the number. So I really like that aspect of this too. So I think it's going to be a really fun time. We're going to get some really cool things out of it, and I think it's it's going to be it's a Bond fan's dream.
Yeah, no, I mean it really is. It really is. And God, we're 2 weeks out. Like 2 weeks from now,
I can't believe we're already here. Well, we could have been here 2 months ago, but like I'm not salty.
I wish, like, honestly, the way it's going now, I wish it was 2 months ago, because freaking Batman's coming around, and I'm like, yo, I'm not even a Lego fan when it comes to video games. Like, I've played them. I enjoyed the Skywalker saga. I've played the Indiana Jones one, the Lord of the Rings. I've played them. They're not my my go-to. Oh, I have to play it. But this game,
it's different.
Coming out.
It's an Arkham game with Lego.
Yes, it is open world. They say it's the biggest game TT has made. So this coming out a week before 007 First Light, I'm just like, you're killing me, Smalls. And shout out to Xbox. They just gave me a code for Horizon 6. I'm just like, bro, I got to try this racing game now. And I'm just like, bro, like, I'm not going to have any I'm not going to have any time to play anything. Like, it's just so many games coming out. I'm still playing through Crimson Desert, by the way, which I'm loving. So
oh my God. It's
crazy.
There's too much out, but I'm at this point where I'm like, this was just been my focus for the last 5 years. Like, even if GTA 6 was coming out the same week, I'd still be like, sorry. Go to the side. I got to play this game first, because this is going to
Would it be fair that you're most looking forward to this more so than GTA 6?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Because Rockstar lost my trust, because it's just lies after lies. They're not showing us anything.
Right.
Like IO, because I mean I was salty with IO too, because I was like, when are they gonna show us something? But the second they showed us something, they haven't stopped showing us.
Yes,
and
agreed.
They're constantly keeping up with the community. They're answering questions. They're being very honest. They're showing.
They're active in the Discords and everything too. Yeah.
Rockstar, you're asking questions, and they're like, no,
like crickets.
We saw that one trailer with the Tom Petty tune, and that's it. Now that was like what, 17 years ago we saw that trailer. Like, what's going on with that game? Like, I don't think it's coming out. But like, obviously with GTA, there's going to be life before GTA 6 and life after.
Yeah.
And there's a million other games, like obviously, like people. I saw someone said in chat, "Go Wolverine, bro."
Yeah. Where's the marketing for that though? It's supposed to come out in September. That thing has been too quiet. Where's the marketing for that?
I think this summer we're going to have a lot of Wolverine. It's going to be Wolverine summer. I think we'll have like some like things start popping up, and like there'll be collabs everywhere, and they'll have like Coke cans with his claws going through it or something like that.
Right,
They'll promo it because the same thing with like the Spider-Man. I mean, I understand they're going through their stuff with they had the big hack that happened where the game was leaked. Future Spider-Man project.
Wait, was that leaked. Sony or Insomniac? Was that Sony or Insomniac?
Yeah, I think it was Insomniac in general. Well, I think Sony got hacked, but like Insomniac got like their issues. But like they had that weird Spider-Man multiplayer game they wanted to do, and
canceled.
And they canceled that. It was supposed to be DLC for Spider-Man 2. We didn't get it, so they canceled that. So I'm like, they said they're doing Spider-Man 3, but I don't know when they're going to start doing that.
That's a good point.
But it's like the gaming, unfortunately, the gaming world, it's in a very weird spot. Like, I mean, the whole world's in a weird spot right now. But like, it's just IO has definitely been one of those breaths of fresh air of like being able to like you're giving us an affordable game with extra content that you didn't need to do that, but you did that for us. Like you can pre-order this game right now and get the entire deluxe edition for free. And then you get to again play it a day early. You get to like experience this awesome linear story that I think is going to be really well done, because I mean single player games are making a comeback.
Right,
we're back because they were saying like, because someone asked like, is there going to be multiplayer? Like, no,
nobody wants.
You don't need multiplayer.
That's a bad word now.
Like what do you want? What do you want? A battle pass for First Light? Like, no, we're not giving you V-Bucks. Like, get out of here. Like, I think it's like, because like again, Krypton Desert's awesome. People liking was that Windrose stuff like that.
This
like
pirate game.
I think like we like single player games are making the big comeback this year, and I'm here for it. And I think because we have enough, we have your Apex Legends and your Fortnites and your Call of Duty and your Battlefields. That's all well and good. I love to play with friends, obviously, but again, I would like to sit down and enjoy the story. Like just hang out and not worry about like extra content. I gotta pay an extra $17 to continue the story.
Battle passes and stuff.
Just put out a finished game and let me play. That's how we grew up.
That is exactly it. Speaking of finished game, as we wind down, I need to hear it. In chat, let me know. First, Metacritic score. Let's go with Metacritic score and player score. What do you think like critics are going to score this game? And keep in mind, Metacritic getting anything above a 90 is like rare. And so the game that just came out, Horizon 6, was it Forza, the racing game? That just came out with it to a 92. I think Pragmata was like 88, 89. Resident Evil 9, I believe, was at a 91. Capcom's been killing it, by the way. They're like on a generational run right now. Where do you think, score-wise, between 1 and 100, 0 and 100, this game is going to be rated?
Yeah, like you said, it is definitely hard to get those highest, numbers. Games like Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate still sit at the top with like your 97, 96, something like that. I think it's fair to say. I mean, if you said, what did they say? Forza Horizon gave a 92.
They got a 92 on Metacritic.
That's for a racing game. That's crazy.
The fifth one got a 92, I believe, as well. Which was I was listening to, who was I listening to? I think it was Reforged Gaming. Shout out to Reforged. They were saying that, let me see, Forza. Let me see. I'll bring it up. Yeah, it's at 92 right now.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's just, I don't know. It's so tough because it's like, again, like kind of like you said earlier, it's like, this game might not be for everybody.
No, I don't think it will. I don't think it's going to. I don't.
But also Forza is not for everybody, but that game got on it too.
But that's why I'm saying, that's why I added critic score and which is the Metacritic here, and player score, because I think the player score is going to be higher possibly than the critic. So this is Forza Horizon 6, a 92 right here. So like I'm trying to think games similar in this vein. What's a game similar to what it was? Let's see
what's Hitman at? Yeah.
Let's see. Hitman World is 82. This is World of Assassination. Where is the Hitman 3? 87. Hitman Blood Money 79. So on average, low to mid 80s for Hitman. Because again, like it's I don't know if it's for everybody.
I think I'll play it safe for me, but shoot a little higher. I'm gonna say it's gonna sit with the Metacritic score of 85.
85.
I think they'll give it an 85. I really think this game's getting a lot of attention.
It's getting a lot of buzz. Yeah,
so
it is,
and it's a familiar IP. And like everybody and their grandma knows who James Bond is.
Yeah.
So I think that's safe to say, like, you know, maybe between 82 and 85. But I do think that players are going to love it. Although you do have your world of trolls out there. You know, I'm sure there's going to be people who'll be like, you know, James Bond's too young for me. I don't like it. But like, I can see the fans pushing it to either 93 or 94.
You know what? I think this is going to get. I think it's going to land around here.
87 Metacritic.
I think Metacritically, I think it's going to land around an 87 to. Do I do higher or lower? I think the 20 hours is a good time. I think the gameplay scenarios is good. The cinematics is good. Everybody talked about the gameplay loop. A lot of people like the combat. I'll say 87, between 87 and 85.
Okay.
So I'll go. So that'll put me right at 86. Let's go 86. Let's go
86. Fair, yeah.
Let's go 86.
One off for me, yeah.
Yeah. Let's go 86.
Yeah, because it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, if they hit the 90s, I'll be very happy, obviously. But you got to be optimistic with stuff like this, and like, but yeah, with it being, you know, just like, you know, it's everybody, you know. Uncharted 2 96. Uncharted 2 is one of the greatest games of all time.
Oh my gosh, Thief's End was 93, but that's, you know, that's Naughty Dog. So that's, but everybody kept referencing Uncharted when it came to 007.
Because that's all people ever seen in their whole life. Every time they see someone jumping off of a cliff, they're like, "That's an Uncharted moment."
That's Uncharted. I was like, "Yo, so many games have done that already."
And it's like, have you ever played Tomb Raider? Like, Tomb Raider definitely ripped off Uncharted. Get out of here! Like,
Tomb Raider was before that. Like
people are so ridiculous. Like
Indiana Jones inspired all of them. All of them.
Oh yeah, playing Uncharted for a year. Everybody played Uncharted 1 when it first came out, and I was like, they should make an Indiana Jones game. And look at us now. But yeah, like I see the comparison, like, but like it's this game where you can make those comparisons. It's not like anything else that's out right now, because the bluff mechanic alone, like we have moments where we can have, like, you know, we could select certain dialogues.
Yeah.
But this is literally like, you know, if you don't have the mojo bar up high enough, you will fail the skill check. Like, some of these interactions are hilarious. They're coming through. They're like, "Oh, hey, I'm just chilling here trying to wash the windows." And like, "Oh yeah, sure, keep on going." This dude's wearing a fucking Roger Moore cosplay. This dude's wearing a skeleton with a top hat, but he's fine. But like, games are not doing that. So I really hope that no matter who you are, where you come from, that you try this game, because I truly think there's nothing else like it.
Yeah. And
like, even if it wasn't a James Bond game, I would be excited about playing this, because it's such a interesting concept of like being able to do stuff like that. And like, because when I first heard that Io was doing it, like, you know, all my questions were like, yeah, I've never seen them do driving. How are they going to handle driving? How are they going to handle like, you know, fast paced? I mean, there's shooting in Hitman, but it's not like playing Call of Duty or something. You know what I mean? But like everything looks so smooth, and like they work their asses off from the, you know, we've already seen the check out IO's YouTube if you guys haven't, chat.
Yes,
like
please.
All the episodes they're doing, like, you know, about the music, it's people who actually worked on some of the movies that are doing the music. All the companies they're working with to make it look good, you know, Aston Martin, all that. It's like, this is the most authentic
collaborative
Bond thing ever. Like, if you ever want to be James Bond as a kid, this is your opportunity. It's
Agreed.
like there's no way that like I'll be surprised if this game does poorly. I don't think it's going to. I really don't think it's going to. And I really hope that they get their dream of making a trilogy, because I will be there for every single game.
Facts. Yo, well said. Finally, I just want to ask in chat, like, you can guess, what do you think your personal score will be for this game? What do you think?
For me, I mean, you know me. We talked about it for years back in the day. We used to do the Friggin' podcast. I was very careful about giving out 10s. Obviously, I have to play it first.
Obviously.
But I mean, so I'm gonna be very safe for right now and say 9.5.
9.5.
Just because it's I'm a Bond fan. Like this could be the worst game ever, but I will still give it love because it's something I love. I mean, you know, it's like it's just I just, you know, I love James Bond is so important to me. So like I'm it's probably gonna be a 9.5, but who knows? Might be a 10. Might be a 10 after we play this game.
I'll go 9 because I was the same way with Hogwarts Legacy. Obviously, both of us being Potterheads, most of our audience being Potterheads and stuff. What's going to be the ride or die for me in regards to like a 10 is going to be the story. Like gameplay loops, like I can gloss over a lot of stuff personally, because I'm going to enjoy the experience. I'm Bond. I can play around. I can shoot as Bond. I can interact with people as Bond. That's all I want. Everything else is just a cherry on top. Gameplay mechanics, gameplay loop, you know, guns, gadgets, vehicles, characters, the whole nine. Like all of that is cherry on top. I get to play as Bond. That's all I wanted. Like I'm good. But if this story does not hit the way it should, then I think the highest it'll go for me is like 9, maybe 8.7.
I can agree with that, because that is going to be the most important thing of this. It's like, you know, gameplay aside, it's like you definitely need to tell a good story. But the way they're talking, because like some of these Q&As, they'll ask, you know, what were some of your favorite movies? What were some of your favorite moments?
They're references.
And they're pulling like deep cuts. And I'm like, I appreciate that, because anyone can say, I really loved that laser in Goldfinger. Everyone can say that. Everyone can say, I loved Casino Royale. I love this. But like,
a lot of novel pulls.
I knew I was in when I saw the scar on the face. The second we first saw Bond's face and the scar was there, I'm like, they understand. They know ball what they're doing. So like, I do think it's going to be a good story, but like, you know, people are just like, you know, this is dumb about it. They're like, oh, it's bringing in wokeness and stuff into the story. I'm like, it's not about that. I think it's going to be a fun story, and we're going to have some awesome moments, and it's going to be a good way to kind of cover us until a movie comes out, because this is going to be like, I'm going to be jealous of people watching me play, because a part of me kind of want to watch this as a movie. So like, I'm going to be like, you know, like, I want to experience it that way too, but also I want to be in it, obviously, and like show you guys, like, you know, how I would be Bond, how I would take care of that situation.
Agreed. We got scores coming in chat. I was saying 8 out of 10. We got let me see, who is this? Somebody else had put 8.5 out of 10. Naleen. 0010 says Steffe.
Ooh, I like
that. Ghost Steps with a solid 7, not perfect, but above average. So, honestly, is averaging about an 8 right now in the chat, and so I think that's perfect. But we will find out definitively in 2 weeks if this game is worth its salt, because we'll be able to play it and playing it early. Both of us for sure.
Oh, fun fact: Lee in the chat said the original release date was the release date for the Thunderball novel. I didn't know that.
What? I didn't know that either.
Maybe that's why they were pushing for that. Maybe that's why they were pushing for it to coincide with that.
Dropping knowledge in the chat. Let's go. Shout out to the wifey. Let's go, Lee.
Let's go.
But either way, we're excited. We hope you guys are excited as well. We want to send a special shout out to the chat for hanging out with us and letting us nerd out for these 2 hours, because it could be more. So we try to keep it concise and stuff for you guys. We'll probably talk more again, especially after the game's release.
I don't know. Imagine trying to make shorts for like a 5-hour movie. I would have a nightmare trying to just find clips.
So many clips. I was like, I'm just going to give Mario this stream. I was like, yo, clip it however you want to.
I'll figure something out.
Yeah. But and again, thank you to Mario who suggested this happening. Mario, where can people find you?
Man, several places. I stream every week over on Twitch at Friggin' Nerd Mario, which you can see the name right here. I also do have a YouTube channel, Friggin' Nerd Gaming, where I do cover games like this game, 007 First Light, which I've been having a blast doing, because I've got some cool little opportunities to talk to people about the game and nerd out, and it's something I love a lot. So you guys can find me there, and anywhere you can find Friggin' Nerd Mario, and I'll be there for you to talk more at you about being mad about cars not being in games. That's my life. That's all I care about is cars.
Yeah, go give Mario a follow over on Twitch and YouTube, providing you guys great insight in regards to the Braun franchise. And of course, you can find us anywhere and everywhere. Just put in XpectoGO. But yeah, I cannot wait. I'm ready for this game.
I'm ready.
Gosh, so ready. But thank you guys for watching, and everybody on Replay Squad. We appreciate you. We hope you guys have a great day and weekend. We will see you in the next one.
Until
next time. Hey, shake it, not stir.
Shake it, not stir. I'll see you at MI6. I'll see you at MI6. I'll see you if you meet me at the Q Lab. DB5's out down there. We're gonna have a talk.